Hey guys, Paint with Rick. Welcome to another video. Today I was going to show you my palette. You could take a screenshot of it. Those are the colors. They're pretty much earth tones. The paint's gray. That mix on the bottom is just black and white. If you don't have to get Payne's gray, you can make your own by putting black, white, and a little blue in it. But sap green, that one in the middle, is the one I mix with black. I got that mix in the middle at top is a little bit of yellow ochre and burnt sienna to get a different color in there. That's either on the right, sometimes I put blue or yellow. Today it's going to be blue because I think we're going to have a blue sky, a gray sky. But let's get started. I'll show you what we're going to do here. I'll kind of draw it out here. We'll probably we'll have a cool mountain. I'm going to do the mountain different today with different shading on it today. Okay, we'll have a mountain back here with some trees coming along the side here, and we'll have a foreground popping in here like this, foreground down here. I'm thinking all this is going to be water in here. We'll have, I'm going to try and make these trees a little bigger, going all the way up here. So let's start with our sky. I use these chip brushes. So this is oil paint. Oh, here's the bowl. See, I just put a little bit of linseed oil in a bowl. Basically, all you got to do is get your brush saturated with the oil. That's all you got to do. And then dip it into your oil paint on your palette and just get a little bit on there and then start painting, because there's nothing on here. If you are a Bob Ross painter, I think you'll like this style better, because when you do the clouds, you don't have to really be careful when you blend them, because it's really hard to blend the white off. So it makes it really super easy to make clouds without having any of that magic white underneath here. The paint really, when you mix wet on wet, it really blends really nice together. So give that a try. I think you'll like it. I'm just going to put, I got some French ultramarine blue. I'm just going to put it on there dark, right out of the tube for now, and then I'm going to lighten it up with some white. I'll show you. It's kind of like mixing on your canvas. It's really easy. You put a color on there, and then we'll mix white into it. So then we can blend it. You got to have at least two colors in your paint, right, to blend. You can't just blend one color. So there, I got some ultramarine blue, but now just that with that same brush, you just wipe it off. And we're going to grab a little bit of just a little bit of titanium white, and now we're going to mix it in our blue. Okay. Just a little bit, because then we're going to blend this all in. Let's put a little bit of titanium white up in here too in our gray, so we can get a nice blend when we blend this in. So let's take a little bit of this color down to our mountains, titanium white, because we want it lighter down here. Just grab a little bit of that blue color and bring it down to your horizon, which is going to be about right to there. We're just trying to get a sky up there so we can run our clouds. Just think of it, if you do the Bob Ross technique, just pretend that this is your magic white, but it has color in it. Now, I just use the same type of brush. I designate one brush for blending, And I put one glove on one hand because you got to constantly be wiping the brushes off like this, okay? You don't want this hand to get all full of paint. So now let's blend this in up here. See how we got a little bit of white in our color? And now we can blend it very lightly so we keep some of the darker tones in there, okay? Just blend it very lightly. Try not to blend all your tone out is what I'm trying to say. And keep wiping your brush off occasionally so you're not mixing more color than you want. Right now what we're doing is blending it to get it ready for our clouds. And the clouds are going to go up really easy. I find it a lot easier than the Bob Ross technique, but that's you guys can judge for yourself. But let's blend this in. I'm hoping some of you guys are giving this a try. So there's our sky, okay? Let's see how I'm making sure I don't got any glare. I got a little glare there. You shut some of the light down, so. All right, now with your original brush that you put all that color on with, we're gonna do some clouds. I'm gonna put some titanium white. So I know I'm gonna have a mountain here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tap white. This is pretending that this is the top of the cloud, okay? I'm just tapping in what would be a top of a cloud right here, okay? Now we're gonna pull it down and actually shape our cloud, but just tap in some white up here. I like to bring it from the edge and then even up to the top, because it makes the clouds look bigger than what they are. If you got it coming from the side, the viewer will think it's coming from out here, okay? And let's just start with those right now. So take that same brush and just wipe your white off of it. Now you shape your clouds by just barely pulling it down. Pull down some of that white to make the size of your cloud, whatever size you want them. I like to keep the ones down here a little smaller, and then at the top you can get bigger up in here. Just pull a little bit of the color down, then we're going to blend it. I'll show you how easy this is. With you don't even have to be too careful, because like I said, the paint, it's hard to you're not going to blend it off is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully some of you guys understand what I'm talking about. I used to have a hard time making clouds with the Bob Ross technique. They would just kind of blend away into the sky. They'd disappear. So I'm going to pick a new brush and just blend the bottom of my clouds now. Just very lightly. You don't even have to do it that much. Just get the brush strokes out that you put in while you were pulling it down. And you don't want to lose a lot of this tone. You want it to have different colors in there. So barely hit just the bottom of your clouds. Don't touch the tops. We want to leave it more white up there. We want it brighter on the top. So you're just blending in the bottoms where you pulled down all your color. That's it. That's how you got to do it. You can place your clouds anywhere you want. So I know I'm going to have trees here and here, so I didn't put any down here. That's how you do clouds, real simple. Whoops, I didn't put the headphones in today, so I'm going to try and talk louder because I want to have a little more freedom of movement without headphones in my ears. So let's do our mountain. The mountain, I'm going to use black. So there's my black. I grab a little bit of black from my palette, and I want to just shape the top of my mountain. I'm not going to go into the clouds because I like the way these look here. I'm going to put the mountain more a little off right center over here, and I'm going to do a little bit of different type of shading on the mountain today. So I'm just going to put in 3 peaks today, and I'll show you a cool way to put the snow up here and then run the shade side on it. So just get that much up on your mountain, and with the same brush, we're going to pretty much use the same brush through the whole painting. Same brush you put all the color on with. Let's shape your mountain out by pulling down your black into this area. If you do it lightly, you'll get a different color. The paint's mixing with the paint you already have down there. So just pull down and shape your mountain. Just like that. If you shape your mountain just like that, it's fun. You don't have to be too careful because we're going to put some snow up there and a lot of shading, so that's what makes the mountain actually. This is just our base color. Now with that same brush, you can actually wipe it off and blend it with this one. Okay, just lightly hit it. This gets it ready for our palette knife. So the paint comes off our palette knife real easy if you blend this color down a little bit, okay? All right, there's our simple mountain today, but it'll look cool, trust me. Let's grab some titanium white, and we're gonna put our snow up. Go to the right side of your peak here and just pull some snow down. Come straight down, and then when you get halfway down, then pull it. Don't foul that ridge back there, okay? Let's get some more white. Same thing here. We're not gonna follow this ridge. We're gonna come straight down, just to the right of your peak. Come straight down, and then about here, then you can start turning. And only do that one, come down one time. You can put more snow here, but you gotta start in a new spot, okay? Just like that. Because if you go over this again and again, it'll dull it out. I want to put a little snow. Let's do this one here first. I'm just going to put a little snow up here because what I'm going to do today is run the shade over this. So this one will look like it's behind, okay? So all this is going to be shade in here. I want to put a little snow next to this one here, just a little here. Okay, now let's get a shade color. We're going to use the same color, a little bit of that blue from the sky, and mix it white with it. So blue and white, but then you're also going to add a little bit of gray to it to dull it down. It's like a bluish gray. Now we're going to, everywhere you have white, we need to put a little bit of shadow. So just to the left of your white, you're going to put this darker color, okay? And just pull it pull it to the left, just like that. Up here, this one I'm going to pull it down and come over that white, like that. I want that mountain to look further back. Here, if you have to turn your knife to the smaller side, just, you can, if you got tighter spots, just turn your knife. But today what I want to do is, I wanted that peak to look behind this big mountain here in the front, so let's just pull, all this will be your shade color now, because I want the light to be just wherever the white is. I want this whole back side of the mountain to be in the shade, so just run your color down the mountain just like that. There. A little different way. I don't think I've done it like this yet on my videos. Up here you got some spots you can add a little bit more shade in different spots on your mountain. It'll give your mountain a different look, you know. You don't have to, but a lot of the spots I like to leave black. But to show you this type of mountain, I went ahead and filled this whole side in. This is all in the shade. The sun's not hitting here. Now with your blender brush, you're just going to pull some of this color, okay? Pull it down. Well, you're basically blending it. So it, and down here, pull this down at the bottom only, and then we're going to blend it in. Over here, pull some of this, your white, and what we're going to do is just kind of blend this whole bottom section like this, okay? Hopefully that's coming out. And then make sure you wipe your brush off, your blender brush, and hit the mountain and the sky back here to make it look further back. Up here too. Blend it, wipe your brush off, blend it again, wipe your brush off. You want the mountain to look further back. That's a different way to do a mountain. That's different than what I've got so far on all my videos. So let's start our landscape now. I lost my brush. Main brush. We'll do a cool landscape today. There it is. This same brush from the beginning. So what I wanted to do is I'm going to bring some trees across here. So I got a mixture already. I think I told you, sap green and black, because I want them to be dark. I just dip my brush in the linseed oil and grab some paint. For now, let's just tap it on there to get our design. I want these trees back here to be smaller. Over here, I'm not going all the way because I'm going to have trees over here. So about right here, I want these to come across and down here. Okay, because after we get this laid in, we're going to run our water. Get some more paint on there. And then I'm going to have some bushes coming out here. I'm not going to put them in yet. We're just tapping in our layout. Then I'm going to have this curve around like this. These will be bushes as well. But just like that. Now with your brush, paint in all this with the sap green and black mixture. Just fill this all in down here. Now we'll do some highlighting on it to change the color, lighten it up a bit. Now across here, grab some more paint. We want these trees to actually come up a little higher over here like this. Okay. Just tap that in. And then we'll put some tops of trees on there. Just keep filling this in with the same color, sap green and black. Just tap it in. It'll look like a bunch of trees back there when we're done. Okay, so there's that. Let's see how it's looking. Wow, it looks great. Down here we're going to have a foreground, so just tap in, or you can paint it in here, because we're not going to do the tops of our bushes yet. We still got to put our water in, so we're going to end up hitting some of this color, which is okay. With that same brush now, wipe it off. We're using the same brush. We're going to get some of our ultramarine blue and some gray mixture, and you're going to fill all this area down here with that color. Okay, ultramarine blue and a little bit of gray. That's gray. It's like it's going to have a little white in it. You can keep it blue for now because we're going to lighten it up. I'll show you, but let's get our color down. Let's get it more on the blue side for now, and then we'll lighten it up with some titanium white. You can hit this color. Don't worry about hitting the sap green and the black. Just come up to it and fill it in. It's okay if we get color in there. It's not going to come off as easy as you think, because there's, like I said, there's no white, there's nothing underneath, so you don't have to be careful. Let's just fill this all in with our blue. This is going to be water, is what I'm hoping. I actually got a little music going today. Hopefully they don't get me for copyright infringement. It's on the public radio station, so I don't think they will. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, now with this same brush, we're going to lighten our water first, because we're going to have trees here. It'll be hard to do that if we don't do it now. With the same brush, we're going to dip your brush in linseed oil, grab some titanium white, just tap it on the whole brush there. What we're going to do in the back, under our trees, you're going to run some white. You don't have to be careful, just we want to lighten this up. Just keep brushing it in there till you get the color you want. We want the water to look lighter back there, so we'll bring it down maybe to this ground here, and then leave this down here. We can go over this and blend it more, but we want this to be a little darker down in here, just like that. Let's see how that looks on the frame. That looks pretty good. I like that. What we're going to do now with this brush, what you're going to do is pull a little bit of this color. Actually, we're going to have to put some color on it. Put some, tap into your sap green and black, and we're going to tap in a shadow just underneath your tree line there. Just put a little color down here. And what we're going to do is lightly blend it so we get some kind of reflection there. So with your blender brush now, lightly blend it. Keep the brush horizontal like this, okay? Just underneath your tree line. We'll get some kind of a reflection going on there. You see that? I like that. I'm going to use a I'm going to use my knife to put a water line under there for now so you can see it. See how there's a little reflection in the water there? We don't want to work it too much. We want it to look like that, okay? Like we didn't try too much. I run a water line down here. What you do is with your knife, just pull a little water, white, from your trees, and pull it horizontal, okay? This is going to create some waves. Looks like water waves coming into our shore there, okay? Just like that. I'll probably put a shadow here too, so I'm not going to do this part yet. But let's put some water out in here too. Like it's, we want our water to look like it's moving, so just put some white out there. But always keep your knife straight out here when you put anything down, okay? Keep it horizontal, just like that. Don't be too careful. I wasn't too careful here. That looks, and I think that looks cool. It looks like waves are crashing up on the shore there. Let's go ahead and fix our trees back here. So get your fan brush and put a little bit of sap green and black, and what you're going to do is start tapping tops of trees back here, okay? Just tap some points back here. You don't have to go all the way, just maybe that far there. We want to get a little taller over here at the side here. Just like that. Alright. You can also actually put a few in here, indications of treetops, okay? Make it look like tops of trees there. We're not trying to be perfect on this one. We just want it to look like trees, okay? These are way off in the distance, so you're not gonna be able to see them anyway. Let's run our tree over here now with your fan brush. Get some more of your sap green and black mixture, and we'll put a tree. I'm not going to make them too tall today, just to the right of your mountain. Pull down your trunk, and now we're going to tap in an evergreen tree. Stay small up here, and I'm using a corner of the brush, and as I get down further and further, I'm pressing harder and getting wider down here at the bottom. Okay. So come down one time, and then we stand back and look at it and see if it needs anything. This part in here got a little lighter, so you can tap in some darker color here if you want. You can extend your branches out here if you want. Now it's time to shape the side of your tree here when you get it done, okay? And then let's put a small one right behind it. This is cool. Just, you don't have to come down as far on this one because it's behind it. Just same thing. You're only gonna have to tap in the one side of it. See that? And with your knife, we'll put a top on there. Put a point up there. Okay, I kind of like that. That's looking good. A little different style today. You can finish off the tops of these if you want. You can put some more in there. I'm not going to do it for the video because I don't want it to take so long. Let's see where I'm at so far, 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is finish this up. What I'm going to do is put more sap green on my brush and tap in some bushes right down here on this land. Just a few bushes, get some more paint, and tap in a few bushes down here. Just a few. And maybe connect these two here, just like that. And then with your color, with your brush, pull some of this color down in the water here, and then wipe your brush off, and keep your brush horizontal and lightly blend that water right there. That'll be our reflection right there. Grab your knife with titanium white on it, and let's cut some water right underneath here. Keeping your knife straight, okay? Just put a little water like it's flowing. Just like that. That's all you got to do. This is looking pretty good. Kind of like it. I don't know if I should lighten up some of these. I should, but all this is in the shadow, so we could I think I'm gonna leave it dark like this, like all this is in the shadow down here. So there we go. Pretty good. I got a new liner brush finally. I think I told you the other day on the last video. So with your liner brush, you gotta have some twigs. So I'm gonna have to run it through. Run a little bit of black. Run some twigs all around your trees, in between your trees. Go in different directions. It really looks good if you can get them to curve, but run some twigs everywhere off these bushes. These will be smaller here, of course, but get some twigs going. It really makes the picture look good when it's done. Alright, I like that one, guys. Give it a try. It's put a few birds up here. Let's put one down low. I always like to put one flying through here, like an eagle coming through. Alright guys, I hope you liked that one. It was I kind of like it. It's a little dark, but when you hang it on the wall with a frame, it's going to look good. Give that one a try, and we'll I got a good video coming up next, so stay tuned. Alright, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for subscribing too.